What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and things are getting a little spicy for the pepper, too spicy for the pepper, in the Alec case, as he appears to be on the verge of absolutely cracking under media pressure. It appears that what he had wanted was to go out and do this weird interview with Snuffleupagus and just get the world to feel bad for him. That's what he wanted. He wanted to do this interview that everyone would be like, oh, he could cry on command. Oh, he must feel really bad about everything that happened. Well, it appears through an interaction last night that, like, he absolutely erupts on a reporter, and new information and new hot people in Hollywood coming out against him. It's all the delicious schadenfreude you could want, all in one video. That and more after a quick word from this video sponsor, Kamikoto. Huge shout out to this video sponsor, Kamikoto. Kamikoto makes great Japanese steel kitchen knives using traditional techniques from Japan. Kamikoto also only sources its steel from Japan. Each knife comes in a beautiful heavy-duty ash wood box. It makes sure the knife is stored safely. It also makes Kamikoto a great gift. Each knife goes through a rigorous 19-step process that takes several years from start to finish to complete. With more than 100 years of experience between them, their expert bladesmiths forge and shape raw steel into hardy blades. Each knife is individually inspected. Kamikoto is so confident about their knives that each knife comes with a lifetime guarantee. And look, I can talk from a personal experience. When I got this and I opened the box, I felt excited. It comes with it's really nice to me. It comes with like certificate of authenticity. The knives are all packaged in there and look really nice. They're well crafted. They feel really good in your hand. Kamikoto has a big sale going on right now, is offering an extra $50 off any purchase you make with the discount code The Quartering, and that's on top of their already special offers. So click the link below or go to kamikoto.com/The Quartering and use promo code The Quartering to save $50 today. These things make an awesome gift for you or for someone you love. Now, first, as people are turning against him. Now, it's not exactly the super duper A-list actors, but it's more than one now. First it was, it's about a half dozen now that have come out. Smallville actor shows why cult can't fire itself in video seemingly disputing AB's claim. There have been a lot of conversations regarding safety on sets in Hollywood since everything hit. These days, though, film sets are more increasingly concerned with the armorer, for example. This is due to everything that happened in Alec's movie Rust. Smallville actor John Schneider has now explained in depth how a prop, and more specifically a cult, cannot fire itself in a video seemingly disputing AB's claim. Now, what's interesting is, there is some weird circumstance where it could, but it would have to be one in a zillion. And on top of that, it would also be something that if it's like a weapon or a prop that is damaged or malfunctioning, you should be able to reproduce that. The actor who plays Superman's adoptive father in Smallville has recently created a video showcasing the ins and outs of safety and how to handle it. John Schneider posted a video to his YouTube account in order to really show that everything you can do with a Colt, from firing to loading, is an intentional act. The explanation of the Colt needing intention to be loaded and fired seems to dispute AB's claim that he never pulled. While John Schneider is not claiming AB is being untruthful, he is explaining why that would be unlikely. However, he does go through a couple situations that could have happened without traditional trigger pull, like finger already being on the trigger when the hammer is locked back. Trigger pull isn't the only issue with the event that doesn't seem to sit well with people, John Schneider included. Many people handled the prop, that ended the life of director of photography, with live ammo being introduced somewhere along the way, which should never be the case. While there is speculation of an intentional tragedy, lack of safety knowledge is certainly at play at the very least. And this kind of gets into what a lot of people talk about, if charges are actually going to get made or brought in this. They haven't ruled it out yet. I mean, this is as of yesterday, saying Alec has not yet been cleared of any charges, meaning he could still absolutely be charged as the investigation continues. Certainly going on TV and acting like you know better than everybody else is probably not a good start. It probably flies in the face of, traditional media, local PD. Don't like this Hollywood actor coming on stage and telling everyone a spooky ghost is the one that really fired. You see, everyone involved in the handling and use of it on the set has a duty in a manner such as safety of others was protected. It appears that certain actions and inactions contribute to this outcome. As investigations are still ongoing, there's been an emphasis that no firm decision has been made. Once they have the opportunity to review the complete investigation, certain individuals may be criminally culpable for his or her actions and or inactions on the set, she added. During his tearful interview with George Snuffleupagus last week, Alec stated that he wants to do everything in his power to clear his name before the investigation concludes. Why? I don't know, because the weirdo wants to get back to work? I don't understand. Certainly I feel like if it was an accident and something really bad happened, you would probably still feel bad about it. I know I would. I wouldn't go on TV and cry on cue to try and garner sympathy after the fact, or before any kind of charges were ever made. Was he hoping that the local police were watching that and were like, oh, Alec, a famous Hollywood actor went on TV and cried, so he must not have had anything to do with it. On the 21st, we all know what was happened. Everyone was shocked. It was supposed to be empty. And I don't obviously think it was done on purpose. I don't think as much as, Alec's opinions are garbage that he meant to do this, but none of that matters in terms of culpability, does it? That's why there are certain laws about unintentional, involuntary, these type of things that would certainly apply to AB in this case. And they're certainly looking like two people that are guilty, aren't they? Why did they delete their Twitter accounts? Now, AB does have this other private one. I can't see it, but I don't know how long it's been protected. But of course, as I reported yesterday, Alec and his wife have both deleted their main Twitter accounts just days after the Hollywood star's interview denying blame. The actor's main Twitter account, which he had used in earlier official statements about the event, has been deleted. The Hollywood Reporter noted users trying to find it doesn't exist. That just means they deactivated it. I'm sure they didn't actually delete it. But both of these accounts have also been deleted, both him and his wife. Baldwin's other verified Twitter account, one he calls a social media of phantom limb, was still up Monday. He's not tweeted since October 19th. The account does not include his previous statements on what happened on the set. Both are still live and active on Instagram, however. The actor paid tribute to Bob Dole just before midnight, moments after reposting a sad-sounding song with an image of someone sleeping outside under a full moon. He had recently also posted about his tough times and how his wife has given him a reason to live. Hilaria, meanwhile, was business as usual on Monday, posting images of her kids on Instagram stories. Neither appears to have made mention of deleting their Twitter accounts, and Baldwin's rep did not respond to requests for comment. Now, I wonder what they might be hiding there. Legitimately, why delete your Twitter accounts but not your Instagrams? And certainly, these type of records could be subpoenaed. The hot-headed actor has been known to go dark on social media following past scandals. He had to say goodbye in Twitter in January as his wife faced scrutiny for years of using a heavy Spanish accent, even though she finally admitted she was a white girl from Boston. He also swore off the site in 2011 when he was booted from LA to New York City flight for freaking out crew members, and again before his wedding in 2012 for brawling with photographers. And speaking about brawling, There was a incident last night. You know, to me, John Levine, you know, he writes for the New York Post. I read the website here and there. He confronted him outside his home, which to me, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I think people have to have some level of you know, protection, you know, at their homes. And what are they, you know, how do I say? I don't know. There has to be some line. But he looks absolutely like he's going to get into battle with this reporter. Check this out.
Wait, Mr. Baldwin, I have to ask you, what brings you to New York City?
Now, his wife is always filming, probably for their own, like, security or safety, because what happens next is exactly why these people are always getting sued.
To leave.
Mr. Baldwin, why? Who's here?
I asked you to go away. Please
Ready?
go away.
Photograph under somebody's private home.
This is not anyone's private home. Are you?
Private home.
This is not this is public property.
Go away.
Who's here? Did you really not pull the trigger? Do you believe it went off without you pulling the trigger? Was it a malfunction?
I mean, he looked like he was coming after him there. Now, I'm not a big fan of it. Again, I don't like Alec Baldwin, but, you know.
A photograph under somebody's private home.
This is
He's like swinging that umbrella around. Good thing that umbrella didn't malfunction. I think most people are basically saying, you know, what's wrong with you? You could leave the guy alone, stay classy. You know, I don't know. I guess I don't really care because it's Alec Baldwin, but for most people, I think that, you know, you should probably leave them alone at home. But it doesn't look like he was at home, was he? He was out and about. Interesting interaction. Probably, maybe don't stalk the guy, but also it's Alec Baldwin. And again, I don't care. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.